no matter what you go through, always be like happy, because I feel like the devil is going to make you even want to get out of here crazy, even more crazy. Not only am I dealing with coping with overactive bladder, interstitial cystitis, I can't eat a lot of things anymore. I'm also coping with a stinky smell from COVID that has never gone away. And I've had COVID like the end of September, maybe the beginning of August, and it's never gone away. So it's a stinky smell that never goes away. I have bad memory. So coping with all these things and being wanting to go like home, it gets more intense, and it makes when the rapture happens even more uh just like special moment when it does happen, because like you getting attacked. Like I've been attacked and bullied for like 2 years at a community. I'm not at a community, yeah, a community school. And after that, I had to go back in retail. I never expected or seen myself to ever work back in retail. And then I got attacked there. I met a really religious person, female, who was seeing me get like bullied over stocking in somebody area. Never have I've worked in retail in the past, like after high school, okay, and during college a little bit. And never have I worked in a retail company where someone went off on me, like two different people for stocking in their area, like going off on me. It was like I've been attacked spiritually, like with different family members, except like one or two of them. And I'm talking about the immediate family circle, not like all of the family members. You know, we got different extended families, you know, or different sides of my family. But anyways, it's just been, but you're happy, you know, you're happy beyond all these things, and coping with it is the hardest thing and the only thing you can do. But I feel like people should make it easier in life. You got to deal with people who make things worse when you're already dealing with, you know, health issues or things in the world. You know, it's so many different things, COVID, monkeypox, you know, so many things going on, and you would think people would be more kind and less toxic. Or it can be a stranger, it can be an ex, it can be anything. It makes life so much harder. And I think being alone it matters so much. Your peace matters. And just making sure you just um is spending enough time with God, and just like trying to find ways to cope without just coping, you know, like I have good habits like publishing, which I'll be working on before I get back working, because I didn't work this summer. Um, done with my summer semester. Still will be doing the fall semester, but it's just amazing how you can still be like, I'm still happy even though I'm not happy with my health. And what also makes all these complications worse is I am a virgin. And I feel like, and the doctor has mentioned, you know, doctors have mentioned that, you know, my pelvic floor can be weakened because I don't have sex. So, and that's why I'm taking some joint vitamins, like extra strength. It's supposed to be advanced, but there was really large yellow pills, and no, and I couldn't find vitamins in that same advanced type of joint support. So it's an extra strength one. But anyways, it's just like it's just tough in this world, and it's already going to get worse, and it has been worse like in the world. And then in your personal life, things could be like bad, but you're happy, but you're kind of depressed with different things, or like sad, but you're not like letting it kill you or defeat you, or like mold your body to like hate the world or be hateful to people, or to just be in a bad mood. I can be as happy as ever, but I'm really like sad inside. And I think the biggest thing is seeing others who make you happy, who are happy, people who are in relationships, getting married, having kids. For me, that makes me happy to see that because I love seeing good things happen to people. And I feel like for me, I don't never want to get married no more. I never wanted kids, but if it happened, I of course would keep it. I don't believe in abortion. I do believe that people should have the option to sin or to do as they please with their body, even though I don't agree with it. Unfortunately, where like people, I just believe whatever their body, that's God's judgment, but I don't believe in abortion or whatever. And I believe that's killing an innocent child. And I think it's terrible and awful. But, anyways, yeah, so I've just been learning to cope with things, and it can be very depressing. I've gotten really skinny. I can't eat certain things. I actually have to see a dietitian in person soon for these two things. And the worst one isn't just overactive bladder. The other one, interstitial cystitis. I can never say it correctly, but it's no joke. It's a game changer. Like, if I eat certain things, I'll burn below TMI. I won't be able to urinate. I'll have to push to urinate. It's just all bad. So like I said, I have to find out exact foods. Like, I know from websites of all lists of foods, seasoning, drinks, fruits, but there's a little confusion because there are certain ones that say the opposite for each other. I mean, for each other website. There we go. So that's why I have to see a dietitian so I know exactly which ones. So life has just been very bad since 2017. Everything's been um great like before then. And then, like things got hard, and like it's nothing compared to this year though. This year has been like constant attacks, so but I feel like once you just get away from certain toxic people or um jobs, and I will always recommend people to always take themselves out of situations. And I've learned that I'm not that person, and I am that person now to know to do that. And I've heard take yourself out of the situation, but I always been a person who tried to just deal with it. Like at the school, I was trying to deal with the bullying where it got so bad because I didn't take myself out of the situation. I thought like nothing will run me out of here, you know or in a relationship that's toxic. You have to really, really take yourself out of situations for your peace, because not only during a bad relationship and during working at a toxic place, all these things combined and dealing with health issues was like a bomb, like a nuclear bomb. And trying to explain these things to the person in the relationship and the person at the school, the principal and assistant principal, like and the people downtown I'm dealing with. And that's why I've gotten a situation where I have a caseworker, because of not, again, taking myself out of the situation that caused another issue, you know because I'm stubborn, I'm mad, and I let things build up and get worse. Where if I took myself out of the situation, none of these things would be an issue now. Or trying to explain to the principal and assistant principal in downtown and in a relationship that I'm dealing with health issues and I should not have to go through this. But I would continuously try to deal with this instead of take yourself pick yourself up. This little person is you. Take yourself out of the situation. Your peace and your worth and your dignity matter. It doesn't matter when you try to stay there in that situation. You're not going to help yourself. You're not. You're going to make things really bad in the outcome. It's going to be a worse outcome than it would have been if you took yourself out of the situation. You wouldn't have these problems if you took yourself out of that situation. And then when you're dealing with health issues, it's just make you more angry and more retaliating, and not violently, but like vocally, like spazzing and exploding, because you already dealing with other issues. So this year has been like no other, and I want to go back to church so bad this year instead of this end of this year versus next year, but I'm just not ready for it. I've been through a lot of bad things, and I got bad anxiety, and I literally lost so much weight. I'm probably like 100 pounds, but like, I'm still, I have to wait to see a dietitian later this month because school's starting back, and my appointment is pushed at like almost the end of August, which I really want to see them now to know exactly what I can eat and what I, you know, exact things. And yeah, it just sucks. But at the end of the day, like, I'm glad that I know God and that I'm in his hands, and I trust him, and to fully trust him. You can't worry, and it's hard to say. Before, it was hard to say, I trust him, but still worried. You can't worry, even though it's hard not to worry, because you're like, I want my health to be good. I want to be back normal, my health, the COVID stuff. And it reminds me of all that I'm going through, how the world is never going to go back to normal. And people who aren't awake and don't think that the rapture will happen in this generation or don't believe in it are very clueless. Um, I feel like it's my life. Like, I feel like nothing will ever go back to normal for me. And I feel like since I was like 6 years old and I was different and I knew what was coming before it happened, just like when Jesus died on the cross, he knew what was coming and it happened what he knew. Same with me, not dying on the cross though. But anyways, of course not. I'm not gonna get into much detail. It's really on my page about me being cross-eyed 6 to 13 years old. But anyways, bullied physically, mentally, emotionally, but anyways, violently, whatever, all of it. Um, it just reminds me, like, I don't even want anything. Like, I still want my dreams and my goals. Working on my second book, and I'm just now about to start finish working on my second book come Monday. And continuing even while doing semesters. It just reminds me that I will never fit in this world. I will never be like normal or understood. Like, I'm understood by my dad and my one brother and my grandmother, and I'm understood by people, but like, I believe the outside people don't really understand me, or whatever. Um, And lastly, I just feel like my body is never going to be normal again, but I hope it will be. All I can do is pray and take these vitamins and eat things that I can't eat no more, and eat what I can only eat, and just stay positive. And I'm always positive and optimistic, and staying close to God and building a closer relationship, even though it was very close since I was 6 years old. Finishing the Bible. And I just want the best for other people than myself. And I finally love myself. I would say like at 28, and I'm like 29 going on 30. But I want to live my romance life through people who I love, to see them be able to have that opportunity, and it's meant for their life and it's not meant for my life. I feel like a lot of things weren't meant for my life. Like, I know my purpose and my destination. I know my purpose is working with children, which hopefully I didn't mess that up. But I know once I become a teacher, if it did mess that up, that once I become a teacher, yeah, things have changed. So I might have to work in my human service field, even though I want to be working with children. I don't know yet because I kind of messed it up with not making a good decision and thinking things out. But anyways, you gotta lay in your bed that you made the consequence. If it don't, I'll find out soon. The school about to start up. Um, and yeah, I feel like life can just be very rapture ready for you. Like, I've messed up so many things, and I don't want much of anything. I don't care about materialistic things. I never did. Even more now, I don't care about marriage. I don't care about ever having sex or getting married. You know, the things that I wanted before, I don't care about anymore or want. I just want to get out of here. Like, oh man. Like, I just can't wait to get out of here no matter when it happens. It could be like 25 years from now, which I don't believe will be. I believe it's going to be like, it could be this year, it could be by 2024. I just feel like after my rapture dreams, it's not, we don't have long, but just can't wait to get out of here. I feel like once you start getting older and you start dealing with things and your body start breaking down on you, it's like I'm tired of it. And I would never compare it to somebody with cancer that's worse. And somebody always have it worse. And I've never tried to say all this to say I have it as bad as these people, or people who can't walk or don't have arms, or I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that people who don't have these major things have other issues that may seem little but are just, it's not just as bad, it's bad too. Basically, it's not as bad, but it's bad too. Yeah, God bless. Love ya.